Alrighty guys, welcome. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Welcome to another live stream. Our goal is to go live every single day. So guys, I hope you guys all enjoy this. If you guys do, hit that like button, subscribe. You guys are going to learn the absolute best swing trading strategy that I've learned over the past 7 years of trading. So guys, stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoy it. Smash that like button, subscribe. And if you guys want to learn more about trading, check out our school. It's called the Swing Trading Masterclass. We have private live streams, quizzes, lectures, the group chat, but more importantly, we actually teach you to trade. It's called the Swing Trading Masterclass, and we have an awesome sale going on for 51% off. You guys can use code TRADER for 51% off. We only have like 2 spots left, so click that link, sign up, and I'll see you guys in there, and let's jump into this. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and let's get the ball going here. All right, so what is the best approach? How do you trade? What's the best approach? So the first thing you guys need if you guys are just getting started with trading is a good broker. A broker is how us as investors and traders have access to the stock market. Now, I'll put a link to the best broker that I love right here so you guys can get it right now. They're awesome. It's called Mumu. This is the broker right here. They're fantastic. But all right, what's going on today? Well, today has been an absolute really sell-off of a day, right? We saw Google down 3%, Amazon, Visa, most of the companies that we took positions with were down, which honestly isn't that big of a deal here. Now, looking at just VU, the Vanguard S&P 500. So what's the approach behind this one? So the first thing you guys have to look at for a trader is going to be trends, right? Trends, in my opinion, are the absolute best part, easiest part of trading, because you can just see the stock has buying pressure, right? It goes from down here, which is near and around the 438, all the way up to 563. So it has buying pressure behind it, right? The next thing here that we saw is this huge sell-off. Now, sell-off with the S&P 500 is normal, is healthy, and it's really nothing to be majorly concerned about. And the reason I say that is because sell-off happens no matter what, no matter when. Sell-off is normal, sell-off is healthy, but you can use it as a massive opportunity to buy into this, right? So we saw this huge sell-off here. Let's draw it out of about 10%. Now, looking at this other time frame here and looking at the RSI. So the RSI stands for the Relative Strength Index. It's another technical indicator. It was trading for a 26, right? So the last time it was trading for a 26 was back in here. And what happened? Let's go ahead and zoom in a little and make it a little better. There we go. All right, right in here, what happened? Well, it had great buying pressure. So the RSI at a 26 could be a very undervalued point to enter this ETF, right? So now it sells off, undervalued point. So you make the trade off that? No. You want to look at other indicators and other time frames. So right now we're looking at the hourly time frame, and you guys can see just this general downward trend. Now, we were averaging in on this position as the sell, sold off, just because we wanted to get in and capture that bottom. I knew VU specifically represents the whole general market, and it's very hard to judge when the market's going to recover, but what we can do is average down, and as the ETF sells off, as the market sells off, you can use it to your advantage to get in. All right, would it be smarter to buy fraction shares of larger companies or full shares of mid-cap stocks? So right now, personally, I would rather see you guys invest or not trade more blue chip. Blue chip stocks historically, during times of correction, recessions, or just more volatility, they don't sell off as much compared to mid-cap and small-cap companies. Small-cap companies and startups and smaller corporations, during times of recessions, people pull their money out and they want to put it into something more reliable. That's why often we'll see like the, VU, like today, VU sold off, or the S&P sold off 1%. But I'm sure if we went to like Coca-Cola, which is more of a well-established company, it's up today, right? Because people want to put their money into something that's a little more stable. Same with I'm sure like Johnson & Johnson is up today, right? I honestly had no idea what these stocks were, but I just knew the general mentality when it comes to a sell-off. So yes, I would rather see you guys go and trade more larger cap and wait for, us to not be in a, possible correction, then, yeah. So VU here, you guys can see, sold off and it hit this general trend line, several times, right? It hits it, sell off, boom, 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 popped up. This would have been the absolute best entry point, right? Because it was that trend line breakout. This is exactly what we look for here. So this great breakout, we averaged very heavy at 512 just because it was that new breakout. Now, one of the things that we could see form is a new trend line. So we actually could see a little dip down and some more buying pressure in the next couple of days, right? That's kind of the idea behind it, right? Sell off like this is normal, it's expected. And given that right now we could see a break of this trend, and the reason I say that is because there's more tariff information coming out April 2nd, I believe. So, expect volatility. But yeah, so you can see the old trend and the new trend, right? So now you want to get in on that trend line breakout. That's why understanding and drawing these trend lines are very, very important here. But great question. And if you guys are watching, I see there's 5 of you watching, smash that like button. It's completely free to do. It means the world to me. So do it right now. Subscribe if you guys are new. But all right, let's continue here. So one of the stocks here that we actually sold today was Meta here. Meta stock here had a little more volatility. And yes, we could get more buying pressure, but I wanted to capture profits. I wanted to capture profits just because the sell-off we've seen. So looking at Meta, we have, a nice little trend. Boom, boom. Let's go ahead and see. Nice little trend. You guys can see. All right, there we go. All right, so we have this beautiful trend line here, which is always really good to see. So now, as you look at this, where would you want to buy this stock? Well, you'd want to buy it as close as you can on this trend line here. So it's sold off, right? All the way back in here. Hits it. Buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure. Right? Sold off again, buying pressure. So now here, right, we have that trend line. We also have this, which is another red line. It represents the 200-day moving average line. So Meta stock here sold off 20%, right? It went from 740 to about 580 in about a month span. So it sold off 20%. So there's two mentalities when you see sell off, especially with a massive corporation. And looking at, some of the fundamentals here, you guys will see that they're still performing very well, right? Their revenue's up 20%. So yeah, we're getting sell off, but look at this. Look at the balance sheet here. So sold off here, undervalued on the RSI, the hourly chart. Look at that, right? General trend line. Boom, boom, boom. This one here was a little different. We got in on the heavy support down here. You can see where it hits it. We have great buying pressure. So we got in near and around the 581 mark, I believe, right in this range. And so, yeah, it wasn't the low at 574, and it wasn't, the peak top, right? We got in expecting that breakout here, keeping our stop loss relatively tight. Popped up here. Now, this one here, the main reason why we sold was because of this breakdown through here. I was hoping to get a buying pressure on these moving average lines and a pop going that direction here. Because if we look back, right, you can see where it popped up above it and started using it as support here. This time it didn't do it, so we're going to continue to see if a new trend will form, very similar to VU. But yeah, great play, and it's looking pretty good. We did take a new position, very light position. We took a light position because of the market conditions. So as we look at GILD here, look at this. Great trend, great support here on this yellow line, which is that 50-day moving average line. So it sold off, hit it. It's recently sold off here. Now, you don't want to just buy it because it's hitting that moving average line. You want to make sure there's other things in your favor. So like the RSI was low. It was at a 38. The last time it was trading for a 38, right? Let's go ahead and draw this out. Was back in this range. And what happened? Good buying pressure. Previous to that, right? If we go back the last time, in this range, saw good buying pressure. So now here we go to that other time frame, looking at that hourly chart here. So you can see that general trend line. If we remove the moving average lines, huge trend, good breakout here, great entry point. And so now we're just letting this continue to rally its way that way. Keeping our stop loss just below right now is going to be like 107. So that's kind of the approach behind that one. If it pops up 2-3%, what are we going to do most likely? Probably just take profits. And that's expected. That's normal. People get discouraged when they only make 2-3% off a trade. But in reality, guys, if you guys can make 3% per week, dude, or even 3%, I think it's 3% per month. You're in the top 5% of traders in the entire world. So yes, don't get discouraged. Don't get upset. It's all part of the journey. And the great thing about trading is the profits you make today can be used as leverage tomorrow, guys. So, guys, yes, new positions. We're killing it. We're doing well with this. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you guys are watching, make sure you guys check out our school, Code Trader, for 51% off, where we talk about how to find these plays, our strategies, our approach. And we called out this one the other day when it was all the way down here at 104. So now, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, ask. But other than that, we're gonna leave it here, and we're gonna try to go live like this about once per day. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys